Moon Podcast Escalation! Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan D. White.
And I'm the sensitive inferno, Chris Sims.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And this is Sailor Business. It's the podcast where we watch every episode of the classic 90s Sailor Moon anime, and we talk about why we love it so much. And I gotta say, I did love this episode.
It's a fun episode.
I am quite enjoying Sailor Stars, and I am really hoping it holds up this momentum. This week, we are taking a look at episode 178, which is called...
Nice.
No, it doesn't tell me which one is the Viz title, which is called Luna's Discovery, the real face of Yaten.
Did you almost call it Luna Saw It?
I did almost call it Luna Saw It.
Luna Saw It I like better. Anyway, let's get to our guest.
And in order to talk about it, we have a very special guest on the show, back once again making a technical third appearance. Is Stella Cheek. Stella, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. I am hungover because it's Halloween, surrounded by Halloween decorations with a cat in my lap, so pretty good.
Yeah.
It's almost Halloween.
Will it be after Halloween when they hear this? Yeah, it will. So happy Halloween a couple days ago.
I mean, it might. Look, who knows? Who knows what the future holds?
Real loosey-goosey.
No. We do. We know what the future holds. This will be... People will hear this after Halloween.
I mean, bare minimum, yeah, probably. So it's almost All Saints Day.
No, it'll be after that too.
What we'll find. What day is it going to be then? It's almost
that means
Christmas.
It's yes.
How do you feel about that?
Put up your music.
What about Thanksgiving? Why'd you jump all the way to Christmas?
Because Chris is obsessed with Christmas. That's why.
Because the Jesus thing.
No, I don't think it is actually.
I mean, no, it's more the Santa thing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Got to get those prezzies.
I do got to get those presents. I love a little present. I don't know why, but it's not letting me load up.
Christmas,
please come home.
the snow's coming down.
Do not. How dare you?
Wow. My voice is that bad now. Jeez.
Well, I mean, look, I think we can both agree it's not as good as Darlene Love.
Or Bono.
I don't know why you're doing this to me this early in the morning. I came here to have a good time.
Yes. Let's have fun.
Let's definitely have
This
fun.
is a fun episode. Well, there we go.
Okay.
Got it working.
There we are. This is a fun episode full of assholes, so it's appropriate.
Yes, it really is. Wait, are you talking about this episode of Sailor Moon? I thought you were talking about this show.
Potato.
Before we get into the episode itself, though, I think we can talk about whether we have any Sailor Moon developments in our lives.
Okay.
You got anything?
I don't think I do.
I don't have anything.
Look, that is fine.
Wait, you had a Halloween party. Did anybody dress as anything Sailor Moon related?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Sorry. There are a lot of Sailor Moon fans there. We talked about Sailor Moon, but nobody was dressed up.
Yep, that's fine.
That's fine. But it does lead into exactly the Sailor Moon development I wanted to talk about, which is not really a development. It is more of a call to action.
Oh, let's hear it.
It was recently Halloween.
That's accurate.
A time when a lot of people dress up, although people in our circles dress up all the time, sometimes professionally.
Fair.
But if you did have a Sailor Moon Halloween costume or anything Sailor Moon related, please send it to us. I love to see that stuff, and I would be really happy if people sent us their Halloween costumes if they were Sailor Moon related.
Send your Sailor Moon Halloween costumes to this podcast, and Chris will describe them on the show.
No, look, this is just for me.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Creepy. Really leaning into the Halloween creep factor.
No. Tweet them at Sailor Business, and we'll show them to the people, to the trash piles.
Oh yeah, I will retweet them for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if the more obscure you got, if you were Boxy or Avocadora, straight up, I gotta see it.
If you were Boxy, I will send you $20.
You know what? Yes.
Will you match it?
Look, no, I'm putting a bounty on Avocadora.
Okay.
If you were Avocadora for Halloween, I'll send you $20.
All right, there you go. The $20 Sailor Moon challenge.
Also, someone please hit up patreon.com/sailorbusiness and and cover that 20 for me, would you? All right, do you want to talk about this episode of Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, everybody, we are talking about episode 178 of Sailor Stars, which is called Luna's Discovery, The Real Face of Yaten. It was written by our old buddy, Ryota Yamaguchi, directed by Harume Kosaka. The animation director was Yoshihiro Kitano. It originally aired on June 22nd, 1996, and you know what that means.
That's almost your birthday, right?
Well, I mean, it's close.
Is that what you were saying, or
no? I mean, that will be like 2 months away from my birthday. So,
damn
but
it!
You know, I celebrate in the manner of a king.
Crap! All right, then it's almost Usagi's birthday.
It's almost Usagi Tsukino's canonical birthday.
Cool.
And this is, folks, this is a good one, I gotta say. But I highly recommend, if you are going to watch this episode, there are a couple of small changes made in the new dub, the Viz dub.
Oh.
That I think are make it the preferable version to watch. In addition to the current Viz dub just being generally really good.
Now, do you want to preload those, or do you want to tell us about them when we get there?
I'll mention them as they happen.
Okay. Because I look forward to hearing that.
Tiny little dialogue changes, but there is one in particular that I'll talk about when we get to it.
Okay.
But yeah, Jordan, you should be happy. This is a Luna spotlight.
I do love a Luna episode for sure.
And there's extra cats in it too. So many animals and birds.
Oh yeah, there are. Oh, there's a weird ugly cat.
Chameleon.
Wow.
Well, that cat gets punched in the face, so let's be nice to that cat.
It does get punched in the face. All right, that's horrible. All right,
that's like 20 minutes away in the episode, but it is wild. She does literally punch a cat in the face.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, let's start at the beginning. So the episode starts with a sign advertising that Luna, not advertising, but telling us that Luna is missing, which, by the way, classic Usagi drawing. Ugly drawing of Luna.
Not as good as the last time Usagi drew Luna, even.
No. Well, in a way it's better, but in a way it's not as good.
Well, the little comic that Usagi drew of Luna
wasn't bad. You're right.
Really cute. Yeah,
it's true.
She's distressed. How is she supposed to draw well when she's so scared for Luna?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Luna's been missing for a week, and like we have had the debate on the show. Who is a cat? Who is a people? Luna does say on this show, or maybe it's Artemis. No, it's Luna.
It's Luna.
Luna says humans can't become cats, so debate over Luna, cat, not people.
Well, yes. If we're going to start talking about that already, I definitely wrote that down because I was like, Luna, you turned into a person. Like, you want to state that emphatically? It is not possible for a person to turn into a cat?
That did not happen, actually. That's fake and did not happen.
We saw it happen.
Nope, sure didn't. Don't know what you're talking about. I don't know her.
Maybe cats can turn into people, but people can't turn into cats.
Well, she could turn back.
Yeah, but she was a cat first, so it's like a cat-only power. Moon cat.
But Luna is like she's a member of the team. So this is like a person's been missing for a week.
Yeah, but she's also a competent person.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan.
Yes?
If I went missing for a week I would really hope he wouldn't be like, hey, everybody, chill. Chris is pretty cool. He knows what's up. Like, no, maybe text. See if I'm good.
Okay, well, first of all, we have text, so you have to imagine a world where there's no text.
Like no written word? Wow.
No text messages.
Okay.
But they have communicators.
Well, Luna doesn't. Oh, wait, she does. She has like a collar one, doesn't she? No, she doesn't have a collar.
She could do a backflip and make one.
That's true.
Real
She could
quick.
poop one out.
Yeah, I guess that's accurate. I guess I've never thought about the fact that Luna and Artemis don't have communicators.
Yeah, I guess not, because like they're always
draped over someone who has a communicator.
well, Artemis was always in the arcade machine.
Right.
When he was sending messages. So yeah, I guess they have landlines.
Luna rubs up against a phone to knock the receiver off and then has to do a rotary dial.
Yeah. So, point being, A, I do not believe Usagi's reaction is the reaction that it should be, because I feel like she should maybe be a little more freaked out. Also, once we find out what's going on, I don't think Luna's action is what it should be.
Listen.
She was gone for a week and didn't tell anyone what was happening.
Like I said, everybody's an asshole in this. Everybody's an asshole here.
She had baths to take.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, but at least the show goes, hey, what if she got hit by a car? And then shows us an image of Luna getting hit by a car.
Jeezy, crazy, man.
That was unnecessary, show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of animal violence in this episode.
It really is. Hey, good news. If you hate cats,
there are people.
If you're like, I love Sailor Moon, but I don't care for cats, which is me.
Wait, but you don't hate cats, right?
No, I don't hate cats.
Enjoy the idea of cats being
punch
hurt.
a cat in the face.
Right.
I am not against other people having cats. Even though I do not understand it personally.
They're soft.
They're great. Do you like dogs?
I do like dogs.
But you don't have a dog, right?
No. I don't have a dog. We are probably going to get a dog next year, though.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then they imagine her getting taken away by the...
Good tangent. Good entertaining tangent that everyone loves.
The dog lovers out there are going, yeah!
Okay, Jordan, you'll be happy to know this.
I love being happy.
I watched a scary movie yesterday.
Oh my god, what?
I watched Happy Death Day.
Well, it's not that scary, but okay.
No, it's not scary at all. Which, by the way, Happy Death Day is good, actually.
It's okay.
I quite liked it.
Here's the problem. I watched it in close succession. I watched it like at the same time as... I think I watched Happy Death Day, and then I watched the Netflix one, and I can't remember the name of it, which rules. Russian Doll.
Oh, so good. So good.
And Russian Doll is amazing.
I completely...
And Happy Death Day is like, okay.
I was listing off my my favorite time loop stories yesterday, and I completely forgot Russian Doll, which is like objectively probably the best. But in order to, just in case, because I didn't know how scary it was, and you can hear all of this if you listen to one of my other podcasts, which is called Movie Fighters, that I do with Matt Wilson. You can hear us talk about watching Happy Death Day. Just in case I got scared, I did have my iPad immediately next to my computer with a YouTube video loaded up on it called Ultimate Dog Skateboarding Compilation.
Oh, wow.
So if I got scared, I could just watch dogs do skateboard tricks, which is the opposite of a scary movie.
Are you going to watch... Well, what if the dogs crash? Are you going to watch Happy Death Day to You?
We're thinking about... I mean, I really liked that first one.
I hated Happy Death Day to You, but...
I've heard it's not as good.
It's not. But I will say the person I saw it with who liked the first one most really liked it. So there you go.
Okay. I really liked that, like, 4 loops in, she's like, shit, I'm gonna Groundhog Day. I mean, she doesn't do that because, like, at the end of that movie, she canonically has not seen Groundhog Day, which is very funny.
Yeah.
But she realizes she's in a time loop. She tells a guy, and the dude immediately believes her. And then, like, she is like, I am going to use this time loop to like, Edge of Tomorrow, the guy who's trying to kill me.
Oh, yeah, Edge of Tomorrow was good. Yeah.
That shit is dope. I really liked it. Anyway, tangent over. Luna, not in a time loop. Is there a time loop episode of Sailor Moon?
No.
There's not. There should be. There should be more of the, like, standard episodic television show plots of Sailor Moon.
If there was a time loop in Sailor Moon, listen, it would be terrible.
I mean,
it would probably be them walking against the wind over and over again.
There's kind of a time loop in that we are not sure.
There's a time loop in Sailor Moon in that every episode is kind of the same episode.
Yeah, the transformations are a time loop.
Yeah, there you go.
Anywho, Luna's missing.
Luna is missing. She's not hit by a car or got caught by the pound or ran off to join a theater troupe, as Mina proposes.
Which
it could happen.
Mina has some extremely good stuff in this episode.
Yeah, she's great in this episode.
Honestly, that would be, I mean, again, it would sort of make sense. She's a talking cat. That, like, Sailor Moon tried that trick of we have an intelligent cat who can do tricks that
we have a pin about it.
Yeah. She can act sorry like the best of them.
Yeah, like which is a thing another animal can do. So it's not like the whole reason Luna acts sorry is that like there's a chimpanzee or a monkey.
Right. You're right. You're right. We probably talked about this on that episode, but that's a dumb plan on Sailor Moon's part because she should be going, Luna, something complicated. She should be like, Luna,
do math.
No, because you could train horses to do math and chickens to do math.
Yeah, but you could
to pretend to do math.
Somebody in the audience could be like, "Hey, what's 9 times 7?"
I don't know. If you have a cat that can do backflips, I feel like that's just what they should do.
Backflips.
Yeah, she's really canonically really good at backflips.
Listen, if I could do video editing, I would absolutely upload a video called Ultimate Cat Backflip Collection that would just be.
Is there a cat Olympics? I don't think there is. But there should be.
Like cat shows.
I just Googled cat Olympics, and yeah, it's just a bunch of videos.
Okay, honest question.
Yep.
And then we will move on with the plot of this episode of Sailor Moon. Do you think Luna can play basketball?
Oh, no, I mean, the basketballs are too
She's
big.
small.
She's so small, yeah.
If you made like a proportionate basketball hoop and ball, sure. Although she does, whenever she tries to walk on her hind legs, she does walk very awkwardly.
That's true.
Here's why it would be fun though, because they'd have to put in so many of those little.
I do love the little Luna footstep sound effect. It's so weird. We talk about it a lot. I love it. It's bizarre.
I feel like Luna would be good at volleyball. Her and Mina could be like because Mina's whole thing, remember, she does like a backflip into her spike or whatever, so they could just be a backflipping duo.
That's true.
Volleyball backflips.
Dope. Extremely dope. Would watch. So, you know who's not in this episode who 1,000,000% should have been in this episode?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Diana.
Yeah, who's that?
The third talking cat that the show constantly forgets.
No, you know what? She must have gone back to the future with Chibi.
Does she?
Because, she must have.
All through this episode, I can only think about Diana like looking down at her paws like Marty McFly. From existence and being like, this is no good.
She must have gone with Chibi. Like, that's the only explanation.
I think maybe you're right. I think you might be right. Because at one point, at one point, we basically get a plot point where Luna cucks Artemis.
Yeah, that's accurate. So the girls are literally, because as Chris likes to say, coincidence is the engine that drives the show, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yes.
They are literally talking about how Luna is missing, walking down the street, putting up flyers, walk by a television store, as you do in television shows.
Okay, no, hang on.
Yes, please.
You're not from New York, but you grew up near New York, and I'm sure you went there as a youngster.
Sure.
Were television stores like this a thing? Because I have never seen one in my life, but I grew up in a small town.
I mean, I don't remember seeing one. I feel like it wouldn't be outrageous for this to be like in the front of like a Radio Shack in the 80s or something.
Stella, have you ever seen?
Not where they're playing live TV. I've seen like TVs where they're like playing movies and stuff, like a wall of TVs, and
but
I've
that's
never
inside
seen it live TV. I feel like I've seen one in a window before, but never live TV.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either. Although I guess they do nowadays. If this was a modern one, should they be walking by like well, I was going to say Times Square, but they don't have Times Square in Tokyo, but whatever the Tokyo equivalent is, and it would be just on a giant screen
around the Scramble Crossing in Shibuya.
And it would be on a giant screen on the side of a building, and they'd just be like, look. The point is...
Or they get a Apple News alert.
they all put it in for stories about cats. They are showing on these televisions a show about celebrities and their pets. And there's Yaten of the three mics.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just holding Luna, going like, yeah, that's my cat. This cat here, she's my cat.
This cat's part of the fam.
She looks so nervous to be on TV. She's like, oh my God. I can't tell if she's nervous because she's like in love with this like boy, or if she's like really just scared to be on TV. Because when they tell her to smile, she's like, cry.
Smile.
Yeah, they tell a cat to smile, and then
well,
the
she
cat
does.
smiles.
To be fair,
because she speaks. Well, I was going to say English, but Japanese, I guess.
Yeah, they tell the cat to smile, and the cat smiles like a human.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is not like fun fact. Cats can't smile.
Yeah, if you saw a cat do that, you would go, what?
Yeah, it would be. I would be like, oh man, is the Joker here?
Oh Jesus! How was the movie?
Fucking terrible.
Okay, good update.
Yeah, listen. Not to. I don't want to take anybody's joy away, but if you did like the film Joker, you are wrong. Morally.
Yeah, I believe it.
Y'all need to get right.
I believe it.
Anyway, that is a different podcast. Now, what weirded me out about this scene, Jord?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
If you saw your cat on TV, do you think you would recognize your cat?
100%.
Yeah.
Well,
Still
okay.
a young cat?
Yeah.
What is your cat's name?
Puck. He's a tuxedo cat. I did put him in a Dracula cape, and he kind of looked like Tuxedo Mask because he's a tuxedo cat. So that's my Sailor Moon update.
Is
there you go.
Puck named after the X-Men or the Alpha Flight member or the Shakespeare character or a hockey implement?
or the real world guy?
The Shakespeare character. So many people think it's named after a hockey puck, and I'm like, what in anything about me screams, yeah, I'm going to name my cat after a hockey puck.
I mean, you could just be really into Don Rickles.
I guess.
That's a joke for the old people in the audience.
And I didn't even get it, so real old.
Famous insult comedian Don Rickles. He was in 2 issues of Jimmy Olsen, the Jack Kirby Drew.
What does that have to do with a puck?
His signature line was referring to people as hockey pucks.
Oh, okay.
Like, shut up, you hockey puck.
But here's the thing. So you're saying you'd recognize your cat, and I would recognize my cat, sort of, but from another point of view, I wouldn't, in the sense that when I had cats, when our 2 cats, there were lots of other cats that looked like my 2 cats. So I would see other cats online and be like, that cat looks just like my cat, but I would never think, who kidnapped my cat?
But if you're missing your cat and then you see a cat that looks like your cat on TV, that's probably your cat, right?
I mean, I guess because they actually being held by a person that they know personally helps. And the cat Luna has a
very
identifying mark that only one other cat in the world has.
I was just going to say that.
Nope. She left the world.
Okay.
I think that's part of the reason I would recognize Puck is because he's a tuxedo cat. And so he's black and white and has very distinct markings. He's not just like a black cat. He's got a little,
like really distinct.
Yeah, he's got like a little goatee, like soul patch, and like a little lopsided mustache. It's really cute.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, Scape, the current editor in chief of Marvel, C.B. Cebulski, had a cat that looked almost exactly like Scape, and so whenever I would see pictures of his cat, I'd be like, "What the? That's weird. How much it looks like him." But it wasn't.
I think if I saw a pet on television, I might not recognize them immediately unless the pet had a distinguishing mark and appeared to speak human language.
Yes, that helps.
Which I think would be the dead giveaway. So here's my other problem with how everybody acts in this show.
Sure.
I mean, you talked about everybody being assholes on the show. I think they maybe could have been a little more assholes, because our next scene is Usagi getting ready to go talk to Yaten about this. And for some reason, she doesn't just go, "Hey, motherfucker, you stole my cat." That's mine.
Yes, you are right. And I think that being generous to her, the only reason I think she doesn't do that is because she gets distracted by a side quest.
She does get a side quest at this moment.
She's literally they're peeping on him around bushes as he reads a book, quote unquote. And a girl comes up to Usagi, and also, but speaking of assholes, fuck this girl.
Yeah, you know what? Yes,
I agree.
that is correct.
She sucks.
She walks up to Usagi and goes, "You're Tsukino, right? From year one?" She's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Take this." And they're like, "A love letter? What? This girl's in love with Usagi." And Usagi's like, "Listen, I'm taken. I'm so flattered. We can be really close friends, but it's not, I can't, not any further
Gals
than
being
that."
pals.
Right. Also Usagi does say, "You should probably fall for a guy."
That is the first of the moments where the new dub, unsurprisingly,
Yeah.
does
What
not
do they
say
say
that.
instead?
Well, they like, I literally had the moment of watching it where because the sentences are structured a little differently, the the language doesn't like quite match up 1-to-1. So I saw the subtitle, because I always watch it with the subtitles on to see what they're saying in Japanese. And Usagi goes, "Even if we can't be lovers, we can still be friends." Which I was like, oh man, that's such an Usagi line. That's so good. And then she goes, "You should probably fall. It's better to be in love with a boy, though." And I was like, oh no. But the English version is just her going, "Hey, we can still be friends." Which they do cut out. It's better to be in love with the boy.
I mean, this came up once before, where Usagi, again, she's from a less I don't know,
enlightened time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was that episode where Usagi seemed to not understand even the concept of anything other than heterosexuality.
Right.
That she was confused by its very existence.
Yeah, it's so weird because the show at some points is like very like queer friendly, and at other points is like, I don't know, it's the 90s.
But but that's the thing. I think this was kind of a best case scenario at the time. They were like, "Yeah, she doesn't know anything. Like, that's how the world is. Nobody knows anything."
Yeah, I don't know if it's meant to be like a social attitude that Usagi has, or if Usagi's just dumb.
Well, I think it can be both.
Yeah,
perhaps.
So anyway, this girl's like, "Oh, you thought it was for you? No, I'm giving you a love letter so you can give it to that famous guy over there for me."
Yeah, if you're going to walk that 10 feet, I don't want to spend the effort.
This girl is a coward.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, in a minute, Usagi's going to talk about how brave she was, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
To even write the letter. No, writing a letter to a famous person and not being willing to deliver it yourself is not super brave.
I mean,
sorry.
Look, unless anime for some reason has not been 100% accurate for me about all things, like giving someone a love letter in Japanese school life is a big deal. Like the love confession is meant to be a big deal, which I pretty much only know because it is a commonly used plot point of someone being an asshole that they throw away a love letter. It happens in the first episode of Kamen Rider Fourze too. So
okay, that's good to know.
Kind of a big deal for her to like write the letter and put the little heart sticker on it. But maybe don't treat the future God Queen of the Universe like FedEx, I guess, is where I'm coming down on it.
Well, listen, it's a good thing she didn't give it to Ami, because Ami would have gotten hives.
That's true. Ami is afraid of love letters.
Allergic.
I love that they bring it up too, where she just says that throwaway line where she's like, maybe they're just not good at receiving love letters too. And everyone looks at her like, shut up, we're not talking about you right now.
So she walks up to Yaten, Usagi, that is.
Yeah.
And she goes, "What are you reading?" And he goes, "Nothing. I'm just trying to keep people from coming up to me like a fucking asshole."
Yeah, headphones, Yaten. Headphones.
But you know what? Here's the thing. You know it doesn't work. Like, none of these things actually work. Like, people are dipshits. If you read in public or listen to headphones in public, people are going to be like, "What are you listening to?"
I mean, that is true.
It's like fucking a thing about how much I don't want to talk to you. That's what I'm listening to.
There is, and again, Jordan, you and I are both cis men.
That's
So
true.
this is not a thing that we have to deal with on the reg. But I am always mystified when I see like those weird like pickup artist things about, just stand in front of a woman wearing headphones and mime taking them off until she does, and then talk to her. And it's like, I cannot imagine a world where I do this.
It's awful.
Like, I would shrivel into dust before I like. No.
How does that ever result in a situation that isn't she hates you immediately?
Yeah. Stella, thoughts?
Stella, what do you think?
You should hate that person. That doesn't happen to me a lot because I have kind of a mean face. So
Okay, all right.
people don't come up to me randomly on the streets. But why would you ever talk to somebody that is reading a book, wearing headphones, like that you don't know? Why? It's awful.
Yeah.
Usually if anybody's ever done it to me, I've just been like, I'm sorry. You can fuck off.
I am a very friendly person. I will chat with people in line. Last night we went out to dinner and we
wait. Do you mean? Sorry, just to clarify. Do you mean you'll start up a conversation or you'll respond?
Sometimes either. Like if someone like I was at the farmer's market yesterday and someone was like, "Ooh, I've never had one of those donuts," and I was in line in front of them and I was like, "Oh, you should get one. They're really good." Like that.
Like I feel like I'm fine with responding, but I can't even imagine just being like, "Hey, I'm just going to start talking to this stranger."
I would never.
That's totally different though, because you're like they don't have headphones on. They're not trying to ignore you.
Right.
I do that stuff where I'm like, or like I was at a restaurant and me and Nick were talking about a book and the waitress was like, "I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm reading that book right now and it's really good." Like that I feel like is appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last night, and again, I would not, this is not a situation where I would start the conversation, but last night Aiden and I got a fancy dinner. We went to a fancy tempura restaurant and got the omakase. And so it served multiple courses. It was really, really good. But the table next to us, at one point they brought out a piece of the meal that was literally like a glass dome full of smoke, and Aiden wasn't at the table. And the server was like, "Hey, should I wait for your wife to get back before I explain this?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely." Because she's gonna want to be here for the reveal of whatever is inside this dome of smoke. And the two nice ladies at the table next to me leaned over and they were like, "Oh, what is that?" And I was like, "I don't know." And so we talked about it for a little bit while I was waiting.
Nice.
But I would never talk to someone who was doing any activity other than discussing a thing that was directly in front of both of us. Anyway, don't approach Yatin. He's reading a book.
Well, okay. Now, that being said, she does have business to discuss with him. So she immediately...
he did steal her cat.
Right. So she immediately snags...
Unless someone has stolen your cat, in which case, fuck that person. Go yell at them for stealing your cat.
Well, it seems for a second that's what she's going to do, because she yanks the book out of his hand and is like, "I'm here because we need to talk." And I'm like, yes. She's going to go, "What? You have my cat?" No, she does not.
Yeah.
She goes, "Here's a letter for you from someone else." And then he chucks it in the garbage along with his water bottle. And she's like, "What?" Now, you just indicated that this is has a lot more cultural significance than it might to an American. Because I was definitely like, yeah, of course he did. He's a famous person.
Yeah.
He gets these things every minute.
That is also true. But yeah, this would be I feel like our equivalent would be a Valentine.
Right, but but again,
it just doesn't have to be Valentine's.
How many Valentines do you think Justin Bieber gets?
That's the most current reference you got, huh?
No, listen, I don't know who young people are now.
Billie Eilish.
Well, I was thinking is she a pop star? I mean, she's a musician. I've heard her songs, but is she a pop idol?
Scrambling to assure me that you know who Billie Eilish is.
Well, because listen, a lot of developments happened on the Lizzo front, obviously, but we don't have to talk about that right now.
Motherfucker. I don't even want to get into that. I was legitimately angry.
Wait, what are you talking about? Okay. The Lizzo front.
I don't want to get into it.
Quick summary.
I was so fucking mad.
Quick summary.
Yeah.
was it an episode you were on where we talked about Lizzo? Were you on that episode?
No, I believe Shannon was on.
Shannon was on. Okay, so Lizzo came up, and I had never even heard of Lizzo. I had no clue who Lizzo was, and they were like, "Oh my god, Lizzo's amazing! Lizzo's amazing!" I was like, "Okay." And so then I tweeted at them that I had now heard a Lizzo song because a heavy metal dude I follow on YouTube had covered one of her songs.
Yeah, like Lizzo's music as it was meant to be performed by a white man.
A Scandinavian heavy metal dude, yeah.
Yeah.
But did he at least play the flute?
No, there was no flute.
Yeah, of course not.
Just guitar.
Well,
did you listen to it, Chris?
You haven't.
No, I didn't, Jordan. I was legitimately angry.
That's ridiculous.
She's also a Sailor Moon fan. You should be a fan of her.
No, listen, that's fine. In fact, I had seen the video of her dressed as Sailor Mars. I just didn't know who she was. So I just was like, oh, that's cool. Somebody dressed as Sailor Mars and people doing crazy stuff. I didn't know who she was. Since then, my best friend, who also was yelling at me on that Twitter thread about how I hadn't actually heard one of her songs at that point, made me listen to the real song.
I thought I was your best friend.
Heavy metal one better. No, last episode you specifically said we are not friends.
No, you're not mine.
Oh, great.
That's how best friendships work.
Right.
They're one-way streets.
Anyway, why did that happen? Oh, because we're talking about pop stars. The point is, pop stars get a million fucking Valentines, and not only do they throw them away, they have people to throw them away for them.
But also, when you got Valentines in school, you threw them away, right? Because I did.
Did you really?
Yeah. Why? Why wouldn't I?
But you mean like after you open them and read them?
Well, yeah, I guess I did open them, and then I was like, no, thanks.
Question, Stella, were you way more popular than we were as children?
Oh, I was like a cheerleader and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a yes. Yeah, some of us didn't have enough to spare a few for the trash can.
I was real nerdy, though. I made my whole cheerleading squad give me money so that I could personally make them and assign them X-Men characters. And so I made them T-shirts where I assigned them an X-Men, and then I did puffy paint, and I made them pay for it. And they were like, "We don't like X-Men." And I was like, "I don't care. Give me money. I'm going to make you be Magma. Here you go."
Wow. So you were like a real Cheryl Blossom.
Yeah, I guess. I was just nerdy and also yeah, I guess I just did whatever I wanted. I'm an only child. I just show up and I'm like, this is me. I don't know.
Dang.
But yes, Yaten throws away the love letter like a real jerk.
But again, I mean, I can't argue with your depiction. He is a jerk, but I also feel like I don't blame him. I'm much more mad about him being a dick about it than I am about him throwing it away.
Yeah.
He didn't even recycle.
That's true. This again, it was the 90s.
I do like that Usagi's like, how dare you? And he says something about it being combustible trash. Which of course it's not combustible, you idiot. It's plastic. You can't burn plastic. What are you talking about? But in the new dub, another good change is that he goes, "What, should I have saved it for recycling?" Or
and the answer is yes.
Yes. Yaten doesn't give a fuck about the sea turtles.
No. So
unbelievable. Unforgivable.
So later that day, Luna shows up at the shrine, and it's just like, "Hey guys, here I am." And they're like, "What the fuck, Luna?" And then Luna says, "I was with Yaten the whole time. Let me tell you the story."
They're literally arguing about what are we going to do? How are we going to get Luna back? And she's like, "I mean, I'm fine."
I mean, that's a weird argument for them to have, though, because again, Luna is an autonomous person.
I mean, in a sense, yes. In another more realistic sense, she's a cat.
No. Yes, again, but she makes decisions and has opinions and voices them. If she has chosen to live with Yaten forever now, tough shit, Sailor Scouts. That's her decision.
But what would, on the reverse side, what if one of the Sailor Scouts did that? She would be there and would be like, no, you got a destiny. You're part of this team. You can't leave. This is pretty hypocritical of Luna.
Yeah. Especially
because she doesn't know.
Now, in the depiction, the classic anime, 90s anime depiction of Luna, as a sort of mother figure, yes. But the new dub, and I think this episode in particular depicts her as much more of a sister figure. So, like, you got to think of Luna as a teen. Luna's a teen.
Yeah, I don't know if I will ever permeate my brain. I think this is the mother figure goes wild episode.
Taking baths with pop stars.
So
Yeah,
okay,
so-
wait. So we got to tell the story.
Find out.
So here's the origin of her relationship with Yaten. She was
Who is a teen?
who is a teen.
So if Luna's an adult,
Listen,
Jordan?
first of all, it's not that Chris. Nothing happens. Jesus Christ! Like, where are you going with this?
yeah, it's she just chills out in the bathtub with him. That's fine.
We'll get there.
What-
We'll get there.
Mm.
So, which is weird. Anyway, let's get back to it. So Luna is like, I'm gonna nap on this wall. This is awesome. Oh man, it's cool being a cat. And all of a sudden, I can't remember.
I mean,
these-
you're not wrong. Like, that is basically how that scene goes.
What are these dickheads' names? Seiya and
Taiki,
Taiki.
and Yaten.
so Seiya and Taiki are like, oh man, grab it, what? And there's a chameleon runs up and tongues at Luna and freaks her out, and then runs up a tree. And it turns out the reason that they were chasing this chameleon is because Yaten agreed to go on this celebrity pet show, even though he didn't have a pet. And so they bought a chameleon to
Seems
make
like a real Yaten move.
Yeah, he's a phony. They bought a chameleon that he could be like, I have this chameleon that I love. It's part of the family. And then Seiya decided to take the chameleon out to teach it tricks, and he lost it.
Yeah, and my favorite part is when Taiki goes, "He's in the leaves. Don't bother. It's gone. It's gone forever. Nothing we can do."
I mean, makes sense.
It is a chameleon. That's like its whole thing.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
I just think it's very like immediately giving up.
Oh my god! So then they're talking about they're going to buy another one, and he goes, "It took 2 weeks to have that one brought in," and I'm like, Jesus! So not only is he a phony, he's like, I want a real, hard to get, fancy schmancy. I'm a rich person and famous pet.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the question is, like, are chameleons native to Japan, or did he have to import
I think he
one
must have had to import one.
from Russia?
Is that where they're from?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the chameleon is Craven's brother.
Oh,
so
okay, right.
it's a very long way to go for that Spider-Man joke, but I hope anyone appreciated it.
I didn't.
I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to see
I
where
suspect
chameleons
no
are from.
one did.
They're from Africa, apparently.
But I mean, like, they're like everywhere, right? Like now.
Africa, Southern Europe, and across Southern Asia as far as Sri Lanka. They have been introduced to Hawaii, California, and Florida, and are often kept as pets. So
Okay,
they're not.
so they are not in Japan.
They don't seem to be in Japan, though.
Also, this is a large chameleon. I don't think chameleons are that big. This chameleon is the size of Luna.
I mean, he had it imported. You're not going to get a tiny chameleon imported.
That, you know what? Fair. So Yaten steals Luna, which, like, that is a.
I mean, again,
If you see a cat like sleeping in a residential neighborhood and you take it, that is stealing a pet.
we were always very worried that we had stolen Boo. But again, much like Luna, Boo was complicit if we did. Because we basically, like, she just would wander around our neighborhood and hang out, and she would come up to us and, like, sit on our laps, and we were like, wow. And eventually she just started walking into our house, and when we met her, she was pregnant, and then later she was not pregnant, and we were like, wow, that's sad. But she also didn't care to go find her babies. We were like, oh, wow, I don't know what happened.
Well, cats have no concept of loyalty.
They usually do to their babies, but all right. And so eventually, she just kept coming into our house, and eventually we were like, all right, well, you're staying now.
But yeah, he knows he's stealing a cat. He knows this is pet thievery. There's no getting around it, I don't think. Right?
And he does, like, do you think he's trying to romance Luna? Like, by which I mean, he does the, like, smile and reach out, and then flowers form around his head. Obviously, that's Luna's POV, like, falling in love with him. But do you think he's trying to be like, cat? Because he's not
No, I think
naturally
he's just being like kind
likable.
to an animal.
Well, listen, that is a change for him. He's not normally
yes, that's
nice
fair.
to anyone.
Stella, thoughts?
I think that he is not flirting with the cat, but that he is trying. The cat's on the wall, right? Like, you got to entice it to jump into your arms if you need it for your show. Can't just, you have to be like, come here, come here, come here. Like, it's like a Yatin's version of being like, here, kitty, 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 kitty. So he's just smiles.
Yeah. He goes, hey, cat, if you come home with me, you can watch me take a bath.
No, that's not what he says.
Participate in it.
But yes, okay. So let's get to it. He lived with Yatin for a week. Mina picks her up and smells her and goes, I smell soap. And Luna says, yeah, we bathed together.
Mina is a wonderful creep in this episode.
She's great.
According to the internet, this revelation that Luna has seen this boy's penis and whole body, I guess, results in the only incident in this entire anime of a character getting a sexual nosebleed.
A real sensitive inferno.
Oh, Jesus. Mina gets the nosebleed from thinking about bathing with Yatin.
Yeah, which, again, Luna's like clearly thirsty for this human boy.
Oh, yeah.
And that is inappropriate.
It's happened before.
I am aware.
I mean, let's not forget, Luna doesn't love Artemis.
No, like, which is so weird.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Luna settles for Artemis, period. Flat out.
That's so weird, though, right? Because, I mean, like, you're true. Luna never in this show displays any interest in Artemis whatsoever.
Yeah. In the Diana episode, they end up kind of going, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is what we gotta do. Fucking only two talking cats around.
Whereas Artemis, do you remember the nun episode?
Oof.
Where it looks like he's in love with a nun, but it turns out he just can't wait to get married to Luna.
Yeah. So you know that you can divide every group of fictional characters into incel, volcel, and fucks, right? Like we've talked about that.
No. Explain again. Into what?
Well, incel.
Oh yes, right.
Volcel.
Okay, I can put that together.
And my go-to example is Geordi is incel.
LaForge?
Volcel. Okay. Data fucks. Like that's it. Artemis, incel. Completely. 100%.
Yeah, that's sad.
Luna, fucks.
Luna fucks.
I mean, yeah. Luna turns down all the time from multiple cats, but then...
Well, she has standards.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, she's into human boys.
Pop stars.
She's a reverse furry.
What do they call those? Smoothies?
Skinnies. Smoothies.
I'm a real smoothie.
Have that in your head next time you go get a smoothie, everybody. Just keep in mind. Next time you like throw some spinach and some peanut butter in that blender, be like, oh yes, this is about that cat that likes to look at human boys take baths
and bathe with them. Honestly, so that's the thing. That's not only weird because of the weird sexual parts of it, it's also weird because who bathes with a cat?
Yeah, that's so bizarre.
I mean, my only reasoning here, right, is that I mean, no one bathes with a cat. That's weird.
Yeah. So
like Luna just comes in. Like
she just pushes the door open and it's like meow.
Just wanders on in.
He's like, "Whoa, what do you like, water cat? Unlike every other cat in the world."
Yatin is like, "Well, this is this is weird, but I mean, she's just a cat, so it's not like a problem or anything." And Luna's like, "Yes, now please wash the feet."
Also,
boink, 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 boink.
I've had to give my cat a bath like once in his whole life just because, cats are gross, but they take care of themselves. Yeah. Luna gets 2 baths because she gets a bath later too. This poor cat is just getting dunked in water.
Like, the only time we bathed Scape was when he shit on himself.
Yeah. When you have to.
Yeah, that's because Luna's dirty.
Yeah. All right. Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to be the one to break it, but anyway.
And so that's when the humans can't turn into cats line comes up because Mina is sitting there going, "Oh,
Mina's
yeah,
like, I
I'd
want
love
to be a
turn
cat.
Yeah, we could get in all
So
sorts of
Mina-
baths."
Mina, furry. Luna,
Smoothie.
No, but I think Mina sort of counts as a smoothie. She's like, this would get me an in.
Mina, Animorph.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Oh, that just made that whole series dirty.
Yeah, that's what did it.
Yeah.
I never
It was
thought about
me.
it before.
It was me.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Sure.
Oh my god, we're not
anyway.
even halfway through this episode yet. All right, let's get to it.
Like people like the longer episodes.
They do,
but there
confirm.
is a limit to the patience, I think. So we go to the TV show, and this is where we meet Noriko, who is a teen idol who is Yaten's co-star on something. They never really mention what. I guess he's on like
a soap
kind of
opera.
show.
It's called wait, I just saw the name. Hold on. Higashi's Handsome Girlfriend.
Nice.
What an odd title.
Wait, and I think it had a slogan. Let me see. Sorry, hold on. Let me see if I can pause this really quick. No, she's just talking. Okay. She's talking about people who keep cats are lonely.
Yeah, this is Noriko. Noriko also sucks.
Sucks so hard.
She sucks way worse than he does.
Yeah, she refers to herself in the third person.
The whole time.
Which Yaten understandably hates.
I hate the way you talk.
Yeah, it is like he's really like mean about it, but also I completely get it because he's like, I hate the way you talk. Stop talking like that.
Also, she's like, your cat is not cool. You should get a better cat.
Oh, is your cat a mixed breed? Ooh.
Which is weird because Luna is a pure black cat with a crescent moon on her forehead who can, understand human language at the very least and smile.
All right, but she doesn't know that part. Yeah, no, it's a dick move. But and then Yaten's like, Yaten literally says, "The way you talk annoys me."
Yeah, she has a cat who is a purebred Himalayan named Juliano.
She did have another cat, but she got rid of it because he wasn't a purebred. And she's like proud of that fact. Wasn't his
By the way, how great would this episode have been if instead of Juliano, she was like, yes, and this is my new cat, Rhett Butler.
Yeah.
And we got my favorite character back. Juliano was great, though.
Yeah.
Juliano has heterochromia, which is a very groovy mutation.
Okay, David Bowie.
Groovy.
Professor X, actually. Jordan, you should know that.
No, I know, but I'm talking about... Anyway, go
on. But yes, and he's the cat who gets punched in the face.
So first of all, before we get to the punch, I want to say Luna is watching all of this interaction from like 2 feet away and doing out loud vocal commentary.
Yeah. Now, again, like there is did the cats ever talk to people who aren't Sailor Scouts? Like, is there ever an episode where...
Oh, are you proposing that maybe they like it's a magical understanding of a cat situation, not they actually speak English?
Like it would almost have to be, right? Because they do, like they talk around people all the time.
No, I think I think that's just laziness. I don't laziness of the.
You think it's just maybe not a great television show?
Yes.
A lot of inconsistencies in Sailor Moon.
I mean, also listen. I'm trying to think how much better it would be. How much quote unquote better it would be if the people weren't hearing Luna speak English, but instead just seeing Usagi being like, "Well, what do you think, Luna?" Oh, okay, good point.
I feel like someone else has heard Luna talk.
I think so,
but I can't remember that for sure.
They must have.
Yeah, one would think.
So,
Stella, you've recently watched the entire series.
Well, isn't it in the first season? It's Tuxedo Mask does before she knows who he is. But if that's true, then that's just him being like a magical person too.
Yeah.
So that should
like,
clue them in.
Cat talk, and she's like, "No, what are you talking about?"
Which I feel like they could also very easily get around it this time by having this be internal monologue, but no, Luna talking, mouth moving.
So, speaking of cats talking and lipping off.
Lippy cats.
So Yaten is getting real intense because he tells you Noriko off, and she's like, "You hurt Noriko's feelings," and he's like, I don't want anything to do with you. We work together, and that's it. No other interactions.
Yeah.
And then Noriko starts getting upset about it, and her cat meows, and she fucking slaps her cat.
No, she punches her
Punches
cat.
her cat?
It is a closed fist.
Punches her cat in the face.
Bryce Remsburg would definitely not allow
No,
that
you're
to
right.
happen.
It's a punch. It is a punch.
There would be a warning about that closed
Because
fist.
Bryce is the best. Well, Aubrey's the best,
Yes.
but then Bryce.
Aubrey is the best.
Aubrey rules.
But yes, like someone would get a warning, so it'd be like, "Hey, open up the fist." She like just and it like, I mean, look, it's like a little bop, but it is a punch.
And it is a cat, a little bop for a tiny cat brain.
The cat
is
gets
a
like
punch.
dizzy eyes. Like
Yeah.
she knocks the cat for a loop.
Wild, completely
so-
wild.
Then in the car, Seiya starts calling Luna Blackie.
Inky is what he calls it.
Well, but it's
In
Blackie on the
dub,
in the
maybe
sub.
it's Blackie in the dub.
Oh,
in the
is it?
subs, yeah.
Oh, it's in the subtitles. It was Inky too.
Oh,
but they must have just translated it differently. Does he saying like Budeki?
I don't know, but on Hulu, it definitely says. Let me see if I can hear it.
That's so weird because it's in the subtitles on the Blu-ray. It's
They must have thought better of Blackie for some reason.
yeah, probably another reason to go with the new dub.
And so anyway, he's like, "Hey, Inky's looking all whatever," and Yaten's like, "Don't give her a stupid name. I've given her a much better name." And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "I don't know.
I just haven't done it yet. I'm gonna though.
It's gonna be
Shut
the best
up.
name."
It's gonna be the best name ever.
Give me the best name. People are always saying,
Oh God.
Yaten, you've given the best name. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
I mean, listen, it's probably better to say Inky, but the depiction of Luna giving the angriest side eye in the world does definitely fit with Blackie for sure as well. Luna is like, "Gah, fuck you."
If you had to give Luna another name, based like not knowing that she talked or was from the moon,
But she doesn't have that moon
just
on
knowing
her
that she
face.
had like a
Yeah,
little birthmark.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably still be moon related.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diana.
I was just gonna say Diana.
Okay. Stella, you would also go with a moon style
Yeah,
name?
but I name all my pets after Shakespeare characters, so I probably would like sit and think and be like, what one would I do? I'd probably do something from Midsummer, to be honest. Just call it.
What pet names have you used?
We had Puck, obviously, and then our other cat was Imogen, but she passed away last week.
Oh, I'm so
So-
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sucked. Those are the only pets.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't do this growing up. I named my pets after Spice Girls growing up, obviously.
Yeah. In that case, Luna would be
Posh, obviously.
Yeah, for sure, Posh. Yeah.
Yeah. I tend to favor pet names of foods. I think the best thing you can do with a dog is name a dog after a food.
So, in your future dog, what are some names in the running?
The dog's name is 1,000,000% going to be Biscuit.
So you'd call Luna Mooncakes?
No, I think I would call like, I mean, if I was going to name her after food and she had that, like, it's like, the logical thing is like a croissant, right?
You couldn't name your cat Croissant. This is my cat, Croissant.
Croissant.
But I don't think croissant is like a good name for a cat.
No, it's
No.
definitely a dog's name.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Like-
French is very catty.
Ooh, Banana. You can name her Banana.
Banana's a pretty good name for a cat, actually, because you do want to give your cat a name they would hate.
Come here, Banana. And you have a lot of
Uh,
nicknames. You call it Nanners, Nana.
Nana is pretty good. Good,
It's pretty
but I like it. I like it. So Banana's in the car with the three mics.
Why are they both sitting in the back seat? Why is not somebody sitting up front?
They're in an Uber.
No, they're not.
No, what's his name's driving? The one whose name I always forget.
Yeah, one of them's driving and two of them are in the back seat hanging out.
Yeah, Taiki has to moonlight as an Uber driver. It's really weird. Like, being an idol isn't what it used to be.
That's why they have to be on so many different shows and stuff, because they need the money.
Yeah.
So they're giving Yaten shit for throwing away this letter. I would think them of all people. I mean, I guess they're really giving him shit for doing it publicly.
Yeah, and didn't we see Seiya also throw away a letter at some point? Like, didn't that happen? I feel like he did something.
Know. I mean, they're all dicks. Listen, they're all dicks.
Yeah, they're all terrible.
But they're going, yeah, don't chase away the fans by you got to go backstage and then throw them away.
Yeah, you got to pretend like you care about anything. And that is actually our act break.
Well, the only thing that he cares about is
that person.
That person. That's where Luna learns about that. I'm sorry, Banana.
That's where Banana learns that they are, which at this point they don't know, right? They don't know that the three lights are the
they do
three
not.
Lights, the Sailor Star lights.
No, so Luna just is sitting there in the back of this car, thinking that they are just talking and saying to meet the one and only women in the Milky Way for us. That Luna is just sitting there going, these three guys just have this weird fantasy that they're going to find one lady to share between them. This is these fucking weirdos. That's Luna's version of this.
I like that Luna never puts together like that she's basically heard this exact same thing before from another group of fucking Sailor Scouts.
Those were ladies, though.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess that is probably a good disguise.
Yeah, because she's seen him naked, so that's a pretty good disguise.
And that is our act break.
Yep.
Jordan.
Yeah.
You think people like this show, right?
I know for a fact people like this show.
Okay, I'm not sure anymore. We've been at this a while, and I just don't know. But assuming that people do like the show, and they would like to support it and support us and help us keep on doing the show and making time to do it, which is very difficult, how exactly can they support us?
All they have to do is go to patreon.com/sailorbusiness. That's patreon.com/sailorbusiness. You can there sign up to be a patron of our show. You can give us as little as $1 and as much as $60,000 every month. It helps fund the show and keeps us going through the hard times. Also, you get to get information about the show on there. You get to get if you give $5 a month, you can get the cutout stuff about things that Chris deems inappropriate for the actual show and makes Jake cut out.
Like I'm the things that maybe society deems inappropriate. I think would be a good.
Then, if that's true, we probably shouldn't share them with anyone. But yeah. But yeah, also at $15 a month, you get a Sailor Business pin. We have 2 right now to choose from. So if you upgrade to that, definitely reach out to us and we can get you hooked up with that.
Yeah, and we do have a couple of new patrons to thank. We have Jonathan.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Who I did initially read as Yaten.
Oh.
When the email came in. But also, Jonathan is a patron of my other podcast as well. So thank you. Double shout out this week for Jonathan. Also, Bandit Kier is a new subscriber at the $15 level.
Oh,
so thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
And that's it for new subscribers. But if you would like to join them, please, patreon.com/sailorbusiness. And that is where we also, if you want to let us know if you prefer these longer, rambly ass episodes. That
so far,
take us 5 hours.
So far, I will be honest, there haven't been a million responses or anything like that. But there have only been responses that I've seen saying, I like longer episodes. I haven't seen anybody say, do shorter episodes. I've got valuable time.
Yeah, it has generally been that, which I hate because that means that Jordan was right, and I don't
Now,
like it.
Do you hate it because I'm right or because you want to spend less time on the show?
Yes. Am I the crabby one? Is that what's...
Turns out. Unless we talk about crystals.
I was just going to say, unless it's about pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Crystal, pseudoscience, or the Lord?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you're accurate.
Jordan, I highly suggest you get right with Jesus.
Oh.
Anyway.
I'm telling you, the minute I start
suggestion.
believing, it's the minute I declare war.
What?
On God,
Oh.
for all his wrongdoings.
What are you talking about? Fucking edgelord.
This is another.
Anyway.
It's another podcast. It's fine.
Okay, sure. Do we want to do anything else here in the act break?
You had
I did. Oh, I should
emails.
say I did. For the first time in a while, I checked the emails. I mentioned on last week's or the last episode of the show that I have not checked the email in since September. Because it was a thing that I was getting increasingly anxious about, and I was like, "Oh, someone's going to yell at me," and I don't like getting yelled at. I did check it today. No one was yelling at me. That was just I got the anxiety. I did. I went out of town for 4 days last week, and I left my meds at home by accident, and so I have been having a bad time this week. So if you're in that position, I'm with you, buddy. Just hang in there. Get back on them. But yes. Oh, I don't want to say I did check the email. So thank you if you have sent in an email. I am doing my best to get back to them. I think it's a little late for it to be a timely fashion, but a fashion.
Sure. I am just scrolling through Twitter right now at some of the responses that I haven't.
Why? It's a bad website.
Okay, I'm talking about our fans' responses to us.
Oh, okay.
And here's one that I think you guys would want to take a look at. I'm giving you the link. It is Emily Mayo at the Sailor Moon Cafe sending us pictures of the Sailor Moon Cafe.
Yes.
Looks pretty awesome.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome treats and delights. Looks like ice creams and drinks.
That's so cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Is that a Neptune and Uranus combo ice cream?
It does appear
meal?
to be that, yeah. And check out the drinks with the little outfits hung on the straws.
Yeah, those are so great. That is, in fact, Setsuna's one set of clothing. That's what Setsuna wears, toe to tip. That's a Setsuna.
That's so cool.
Disgraced Sailor Moon creator Naoko Takeuchi. That's a Setsuna.
Pretty great. So yeah, thank you for sending us
Yeah.
these. These are super awesome.
Yes. And as always, we talked about Halloween costumes, but if you have any Sailor Moon stuff, hit us up because we love to see it. So my wife actually sent me a TikTok. There is a TikTok trend of putting on clothes and recreating a picture, but in a funny way. I saw someone put on a gray sweatshirt and do a weird pose, and then it switches when the song kicks in, it switches to the picture so you can see what they're doing, and it was a cat. It's a difficult meme to explain, as is all of TikTok, because it is done by teens and moves very quickly. So all memes within 10 minutes are 4 layers deep with other memes. But there is a really, really great video of someone doing this in a grocery store. She takes off her coat, and she's wearing a Sailor Mars costume. And she puts on the bow and the gloves, and then climbs into a shopping cart. And I am sending it to you now, so that you can
I'm
see
actually
that.
looking at it already because somebody tweeted it at us as well. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I love this. This is Momokurumi Kas on Twitter. So MOMOKURUMICOS. So Momokurumi cosplay. And it's great because I do love that scene of Rei riding around in that shopping cart. If only she was on the weird little hobby horse from the Tokyo Disney episode. Please recreate as many scenes from Sailor Moon as you can.
I'm impressed with her getting into that cart with nobody holding it. Like
Yeah.
that looks terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In heels.
in a full
That's
in
impressive.
heels. The tweet says, I had to awkwardly wait 8 minutes for a lady to pick a dog food in between shots, which is very funny.
I'm glad she didn't actually try to have it flying down the aisle, though.
Yes, please recreate as many Sailor Moon scenes as you can. Do not
Safely.
hurt yourself. Yeah. Safety first, everyone.
Pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah, so I think that's all we got, right?
Yeah. Just lots of encouragement to do long episodes.
All right. Back, speaking of, we're an hour and 8 in on this one. Let's go. Listen, your Sailor Moon friends love spending time with you here on your phone, but we do gotta speed it up. I got shit to do today.
All right. So we're backstage at this.
At Mouton.
Actually, wait. Why? I am actually confused. I was thinking they were getting their cat. The cat.
Yeah, they're at like
Getting
a
Luna
cat salon.
dressed up for the. This is just a cat salon. So Luna is. This isn't part of the show anymore. I was thinking this is for the show.
Oh wait, I thought this was like wardrobe. Yeah, is it not?
Yeah, it's not. Yaten is just into her.
Yeah, when
now.
the girl comes in, she's like, "Oh, you also come to this cat to get your cat groomed here?" So it's a cat salon.
Oh, that's right. Usagi later mentions the pet store.
Yaten's just taking Luna out for a cat spa day.
Yeah, to be watched by James from Team Rocket. Like straight up.
And then, Chris, I think it's time for a wardrobe corner.
Are we going to talk about Luna's the outfit that they put Luna in?
My Antonia outfit.
Yes, please.
Hey, Stella, clutch reference. Loved it. Yeah, so she's wearing it's cute, except for the neck ruffle. I think the neck ruffle is a bit much. She's got like a pale blue dress with a pink cardigan and a big white neck ruffle, and then a white sun hat with a pink ribbon. And she's a cat.
And she's standing up. Like they're making her like upright, stand upright.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Which is
normally
weird.
when you put outfits on cats, don't you have the design not on their belly because you want it to be on their back so you can see it. So this is all topsy turvy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't like it.
Neither does Luna.
Not like on a moral level, but I definitely don't care for it.
Speaking of not liking it, somebody else is not liking it because the girls are outside watching this happen with Artemis, and they are just going, "Oh yeah, that guy's got you beat."
That guy bought her a hat. So what have you done up?
Yeah. You ever buy Luna a hat, Artemis? No? That's right, because you don't have a job.
I mean, it's kind of surprising Luna wants a hat.
He bought her a hat. It's Luna.
Artemis
That's
is here.
Artemis, yeah.
Oh, Artemis. So then, yeah, Noriko shows up with her punch drunk cat.
Like,
Poor terrified cat.
And this part is pretty great because this is the reverse of what just happened with last time she was in a scene. She shows up and goes, "Oh man, your cat's dress is adorable. Way better looking than your stupid, shitty cat." Anyway, I wanted to apologize for earlier. I didn't realize you're gay. And then Luna fucking bitch slaps her. Luna just goes.
they also take this out in the dub.
They cut out
which I
the
was a
gay
little
part or the
surprised by.
bitch
Yeah.
slap?
No, they leave in Luna going sick house.
Luna fucks.
Luna fucks, Luna fights. That's our next pin. 'Cause we can't call the episode Luna Fucks, but let us know if you think we can get away with a pin that says Luna Fucks.
You have to show your ID before we send it to you.
Yeah. You also have to be like sign a waiver claiming that you are willing to explain what you are wearing to anyone who asks. Like, yes, it is a cartoon for babies that I listen to these two dorks talk about.
And you have to explain that she is a smoothie.
A lot of it's a long waiver, but it's worth it, honestly.
So what did they cut
leave
out?
They leave out Noriko calling Yaten gay, or saying like, you're gay, aren't you? She says in the new dub, she says, "Oh, you're afraid of girls."
What?
Which I was really surprised by, unless I'm misremembering, because it's whatever's in the subtitle was changed. So maybe
the gay is in the subtitle for sure.
Yeah, but but the subtitles are different on the Blu-ray and on Hulu.
Right.
So I don't know if they maybe changed it to, like she said, "You're afraid of girls," and they maybe changed it to asking if he was gay in the new version, which makes more sense. Given the rest of the episode, it would have been. It is surprising if I am remembering that correctly. So apologies. This is a very boring segment where I try and remember a difference between subtitles and dubs.
Isn't that the point of the podcast, though, to like compare them?
Yeah,
very granular.
Well, ish. The point of the podcast is just
the podcasts have a point, which is not true.
Oh yeah, good point. Oh, I mean, no point.
Wait, no points.
Hey, guess what? More than halfway through the episode, what if we just introduce a villain character?
Yeah. What if Nezu shows up for no reason, wearing like if you buy an action figure of like Lois Lane or like an April O'Neil, like they have this accessory.
Portable movie film studio or portable.
Yeah, like she's wearing like backpack lights.
Yeah, it's also crazy to me that why does she even do her job?
So she can get money for her hats.
That suit is definitely dry clean only.
Like, is this interview going to air?
That's an excellent question.
I'm skeptical.
In theory, yes.
It just cuts off before she attacks the subject.
Yeah, because she does work at there's a building.
There is a building.
So, like...
Will there be an episode where Sailor Moon goes, or I guess not Sailor Moon, she doesn't notice things, where Ami goes, every person who's been attacked was interviewed right before.
Yeah, by this weird tiny mobster. Of all the outfits in this show, I feel like Nezu's weird little pinstripe mobster suit is the weirdest.
It is pretty weird.
Which is saying something. It is seeing something. It is saying something.
It's a bold choice.
So the point is, she's like, "Oh, you guys are dating, eh?" And Noriko's like, "Oh, dating? I mean, we can't actually go that far as to say that." And Yaten goes, "I'm
out. Bye."
Just walks away from this interview.
I hate her. I also hate you. The only person I like in this building is this cat that I have not named.
Nope. So as soon as he leaves, she Sailor Mouse, Iron Mouse attacks, transforms, and takes out the Starseed. By the way, they do take the opportunity. As soon as Yaten leaves, all the Sailor Scouts go, let's go follow him so we don't see what happens here.
Yeah.
But the cat washer does see what happens and then bugs out.
Yeah, he just works there, man. So the Senshi also trip over the Himalayan cat and just fucking face first into a bird cage.
Yep.
So for the rest, which I really like, because for the rest of the episode there are just birds flying around.
That poor cat has really been through the ringer. I hope that he, gets readopted after this show.
Yeah, me too. Or maybe Noriko learns a lesson about... No, obviously not.
No,
she doesn't learn a lesson.
Absolutely not.
Speaking of Noriko being awful, though, probably the best part of the episode. So Noriko... Wait, okay. Actually, am I doing this out of order? Noriko gets zapped. The Starseed comes out. Yaten... Because Luna heard the scream and went back. Yaten is looking and goes like, oh shit, her Starseed's getting pulled out.
Not this time.
Yeah, which I felt like, I was like, holy shit, like even by this show's standards, it turns out that he's just having like an existential crisis.
Sure.
But like for a minute he's like, I don't like her. So, and I'm like, Look, even Haruka and Mizuru wouldn't be like that.
So then it's up to Luna to jump into the fray, start this fight, and Yaten's like, I mean, again, Yaten is describing all of this agency to a cat, which obviously we know the cat has. But Yaten is like, but she was so mean to her. Why would the cat help? Which, okay. That like totally screws Yaten up.
Yeah. Luna fights Sailor Iron Mouse. Oh, because Nezu does take off her Al Capone suit and becomes Sailor Iron Mouse.
I love that Noriko is like, are we still doing the interview, or is this candid camera? What's happening? It takes her a second to be like, oh no, this person is gonna attack me.
Yeah.
Luna actually does pretty well. Luna holds her own.
I assume Iron Mouse is afraid of cats, although maybe not, because she does zap the shit out of Luna.
She is a big mouse.
Zaps the shit out of her.
She zaps her clothes off and puts her through a fucking plate glass window.
Yeah, Luna gets hit so hard she's naked now, which only rarely happens on the show. It does happen.
Yes. But people don't usually go through windows. That hurts.
No, people do not usually get the old Sean and Marty on this show. You don't get that reference, Jordan, but it's fine.
Is it wrestling?
Yes.
It's all wrestling.
And I love this little bit. Like, Nezu's kind of great, right? Like, she's pretty great because the Starseed comes out. It's obviously not the one that she needs. It turns black. Still don't understand any of this, but I get it. And Nezu goes, ugh, my whole day has been going bad. Which is delightful, and I love it. And then she is hit in the head with a nest?
I guess. Yeah, they just
it's
chuck
a pet
a thing
store,
at her. Yeah.
So they just have like weird, hamster balls and stuff.
And then Sailor Moon shows up. Some doves fly by like it's a John Woo movie. So Chekhov's birdcage is in effect. They all give their speech, and Sailor Moon starts in. Well, first of all, they yell at Mina. They yell at Mina for in the subtitles. It's they're talking about how she shouldn't bug like teen idols, right? And in the subtitles, Mina says, "Yeah, even I'm trying to hold back." And in the dub, she full on says, "Yeah, don't go stalking these teen idols. I will do it for you." Like, that is my job, not your job. And everybody goes like, Venus.
I just want to make sure everybody's priorities are straight, okay?
So then Sailor Moon starts giving her speech, and this can't be the first time this has happened. But Nezu's like, yeah, skip it. Come on. Like, I get it. Yeah, you're Sailor Moon. You're going to punish me. She keeps interrupting. And then Nezu just leaves.
But that's the thing that is great about Nezu, is that that's true every fucking time. The Sailor Scouts only ever show up after Nezu is done.
Yeah.
So Nezu just is always like, yeah, no interest. Bye.
Yeah, Nezu just leaves. And then Rei is like, oh my god, Sailor Moon, your call out took too long. And Usagi's like, yeah, she kept interrupting.
Pretty great.
It's very funny.
You saying what's the deal with it? It makes me think of like, what's the metaphor? And I guess it's kind of like Nezu shows up and goes, here's the deal. I'm going to tear out your heart, and the heart I'm looking for will just keep beating. And so instead she just tears out a lot of hearts and they just stop beating. And she's like, aw.
So Nezu pieces out, deuces. And Noriko turns into a monster.
Oh my.
With Esmeralda's laugh, right?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
This is Sailor Ojo. Who,
how do you say that? How do you say that?
Ojo.
Ojo.
Which is like the Oju-san is like the laugh, right? Like it's the Oju-sama laugh, I think.
Okay.
It's like lady. She's basically Sailor Lady.
Oh.
Which is what they called her in the Mexican dub.
All right.
Which I think is very funny. Sailor Lady is great.
Fashion corner.
I'll get to Fashion Corner in a minute.
Okay.
But like, if you haven't watched this episode, Sailor Oju is, you remember the Easy Bake Oven? Remember Professor Tomoe's Easy Bake Oven
Yes.
that made anything into a sexy lady.
Yes.
It's like he put a sexy lady into the Easy Bake Oven and made her a
A
sexy lady.
sexier lady.
Yeah. She's like two sexy ladies.
Yeah.
She's just a hot lady who takes her clothes off.
Yep.
Which, hey, Ryota Yamaguchi, Hiruma Kosaka, do you need to like talk? Are you okay? You doing good, guys?
They're doing great.
I don't know. Just make it a hot lady.
Achieving their dreams.
Yeah. So yeah, fashion corner. Stella, do you want to do this fashion corner for us?
I'm trying to pull up the photo.
She starts off in like a red dress, like a long sleeved red mini dress.
Which again, already is tiny and has huge gaps in it.
Yeah, it's got a big
It's
belly cutout.
really tight, and she's like, "Ooh, I'm super sexy," but then she's not sexy enough.
So
I get it,
she. How would you rate this as a burlesque performance? I feel like there's not a lot of
I mean,
theatricality to it.
there's no tease. It's literally just like I'm in clothes and now I'm in less clothes. So I would rate it pretty low. Though I do like what she's wearing underneath.
She grabs the red dress and like you see it tear, and the Sailor Scouts see it tear too, and all cover their eyes because they assume she's about to be naked.
One of them, probably Mina, definitely should have stayed looking. That would have been a very funny visual gag.
Yes, but they weren't willing to go that far, unfortunately. They all
No,
said, that's
they weren't.
indecent.
Yeah. They said, it's better to love a boy. So yeah, boy, this outfit underneath, the second form of this monster.
I kind of love it. I mean, I don't love it for this like show probably, but like as a design of cool ass, like I'm a sexy fighting like half naked person. I think it's cool.
Well,
I would wear it.
it's almost Halloween.
Hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, if you do dress up as Sailor Lady, maybe don't send that one in.
Wow.
Just
Harsh.
look, no. You guys already yelled at me just because I wanted to see people Sailor Moon costumes. Called me a creep. I just don't
She
want
said
to.
it's just for you.
yeah, no, that wasn't
It's
seeing
just
it.
for me.
No, this is just for me, guys.
For fun. For fun.
So, in other words, if you send Chris a picture of yourself dressed as Sailor Lady, he's not going to tell anybody he got that.
Oh my god! I just want to have a good time.
Right.
Oh my god! Anyway, so she's wearing
it's got
this is the
full
first
on
one-
like garter belt.
yeah, she's wearing a garter belt and stockings and very very tiny underwear.
Very tiny.
and then I really like this top she's wearing, but I have no idea how to describe it.
It's kind of like the Emma Frost new X-Men costume.
It is,
Oh yeah, it's
but
like
with a
shoulder patty.
Well, that's the Sailor Fuku part of it.
yeah, she has a completely detached sailor collar.
Yeah, just draped over her.
and then a bra with sleeves but no middle.
Yes.
It's a tough one to figure out.
This is held on by a lot of tape and magic.
Yeah,
I love that she keeps the sunglasses on. Like, yeah, I'm naked, but like it's bright in here.
she keeps the sunglasses on, but not over her
Yeah, up on
eyes.
top of her
They're
head.
just an accessory.
It's because she's cool.
I don't know how she would put those on from where they are on her head because her eyebrows are roughly a foot long on each side.
So she says when she does this that she looks awesome even without clothes. And the girls all go, so what? And then she says that they have rectangular bodies.
And then, I love that they're like, I don't know. I think we're pretty average for high school.
My favorite part of that is that neither of those is true.
Yeah.
No, you are all weird Naoko Takeuchi drawings, but you are also not rectangles, clearly.
Right.
But yeah, Usagi being like, I don't know. the insult just washing off of Usagi like water off a duck is very good.
So she starts whipping them. And
Yeah, she's got a whip.
Yeah, it's not a really consistent character.
no, you know how ladies have whips.
Yeah, sexy ladies have lips. I guess that is kind of,
You know how animators are horny? Don Bluth watched this episode and was like, "Whoa, guys,
Terrible.
it's a good Don Bluth joke."
So Yatin is cradling Luna's unconscious body. She's not dead. She's unconscious. Artemis runs up, and Yatin's like, "Don't worry. She's all right."
Oh, you must be her friend. That's a weird thing to say to a second cat.
And Artemis
that
is
just
like, "We're
shows up.
fucking more than friends, but I can't speak." If she was awake, she better fucking say we're not friends. But anyway.
But she wouldn't speak either, so it's complicated.
If Luna was awake, she'd be like, "Yes, that is exactly what he is."
My friend.
And I was so expecting Yatin to transform right in front of the cats because they're only cats, and it didn't happen. So because I was disappointed.
that's
Yeah, I thought
that's
that
what I
was the
trying to
point
figure
of
out.
this episode, and then when it didn't happen, I was like, "What?"
Because Luna sees the real face of Yatin, meaning that he's a misanthrope. I guess that he doesn't
Yeah,
like
he's a-
anyone but cats. Okay,
Jerk.
yeah.
So Yaten transforms into Sailor Star Healer, and then she just kind of rolls in to not really do much, right?
Well, she does the star sensitive inferno. She blasts the shit out of Sailor Lady.
That's right. She does do Star Sensitive Inferno, which of the new attack names, clearly my favorite.
Yeah, it's great.
And presumably she does it at 50% power because it doesn't murder the monster.
Right. Sets it on stun.
I love that after that, she's just like, "Yeah, can you just do your thing?" I love that she's still really apathetic and it's just like, fuck it. I like this cat. Can you fix this? I want to go home.
Yep.
Is Star Sensitive Inferno the is the full strength 100% attack like Star Anxious Inferno? Like Star Anxiety Inferno? So Noriko gets hit with, or Sailor Lady gets hit with Starlight Honeymoon Therapy Kiss. Another amazing attack name that I'm still not over. They don't say refresh. What do they say?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And she, her clothes return. She is once again fully clothed.
Yeah.
Virtue is preserved.
Yep. Oh wait, which star is the Star Healer?
Healer.
Star Healer probably says the nicest thing any of them ever said to Sailor Moon, which is like, "Oh, you might be useful."
She also says something about the cat, and or Sailor Moon. Crucially, Sailor Moon goes, "You mean Luna?" And Sailor Star Healer goes, "Oh, Luna is her name? That's a nice name."
That's a pretty good name. Wish I would have thought of it.
The next day at school, Usagi Tsukino walks in with Luna, and Yaten goes, "Oh, is that your cat?"
Yeah.
But she doesn't say yeah, though. She's like, she doesn't say kind of, but she says something like, sort of.
Yeah.
Partially.
Yeah, sort of. She's sort of my cat.
She
We
leaves
hang
for a
out.
week to take strange baths with strangers sometimes. But like, other than that, yeah, I do feed her.
She does live in my house.
So, yeah, and in that scene, again, the love letter situation. Yaten opens his mailbox. 1,000 love letters fall out. It's not a mailbox, it's probably his locker.
It's his locker.
1,000 love letters fall out, and Usagi's like, "Oh, he's gonna throw away love letters again." And it's like, fucking yes!
I mean,
he got 1,000 love letters. Fuck you expect? And then Luna is telling the story about, well, it's because he's got a very special someone he's in love with, and leaves out the part where Luna's like, you see, him and his other two guys want to have this like love harem situation where they're all
only one woman in the Milky Way. They're very specific about talking about it being in space for some reason. Sailor Moon.
Oh, it's great.
Point being, Yaten now knows that
No.
Sailor Moon knows Luna,
Oh, sure.
and then
It's like how
he's-
Peter Parker and Spider-Man are close friends. So sometimes you go to Peter and say, "Can you get a message to Spider-Man?"
I mean, I would be 1,000,000% with you, Jordan, if anybody ever said, "Hey, I need to get in touch with Sailor Moon."
Didn't that happen once? Maybe. Did Naru like go to Usagi and be like, "No, I don't think so."
Yeah.
It should have, but I don't know.
Jedi did, but he knew the identity.
Right.
At
That
point.
that doesn't count.
But he doesn't throw away the love letters. He takes the whole pile in his arms because he's changed.
Yeah. He does. Just
He's got to throw them away where nobody can
Backstage.
see him.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He goes into the boys' room, flushes them down the toilet. It's fine.
He has learned the value of being secretive about being a jerk.
And yeah, Usagi's like, why is he so much nicer to my cat than me? And it's like, because you're a human, and he hates all humans.
Yeah.
The end.
He
Happy
only
ending.
likes this one person. It's the only woman in the Milky Way. Her. So I
Yep.
guess it's what's her name? From Arrested Development. Her. All right, fine. I thought it was a good reference.
I guess I just
I
forgot
don't
the
remember
reference.
that
Who
show. I
was the-
watched it and I forgot it.
Yeah, I love that show. I just don't remember the
George
reference.
Michael's girlfriend.
And
Oh, Anne.
Anne. Yeah, her.
see, we got it.
Got it.
You got there actually. That's fine. So yeah, and that's the end, right? Like we get a big close up on smiley ass Luna.
Mhm.
Just a natural cat smile.
Just
That
a
smoothie.
very cat-like expression on her face, on her cat face.
In love. Luna's got posters of Yatin up in her house now.
And that's the episode. And it's time for us to talk about what we learned from the episode. I suspect I know what Jordan's is going to be.
Oh, speaking of me not thinking about things ahead of time, we totally didn't name the episode.
Oh my gosh, we didn't. So okay, let's do that first.
Okay.
Having watched the episode. Okay, wait. Do you think we should do it so that Jake can cut it in, or do you just think we should do it now?
Let's make Jake's lives easy and say, hey, everybody, we're acting sorry. We all forgot. We're
Yeah.
idiots. Here it is.
So yes, obviously this was never dubbed properly, by which I mean poorly, by our friends at Deacon Cloverway. So we like to give the dub titles for all the episodes. What do you think they would have called this episode in the 90s? Stella, we'll start with you.
Catnapped.
Oh, that's good. That's actually very good.
I mean, we probably should just stop.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Uh,
The best I came up with in 3 seconds was Rent a Cat, and I think yours is way better. So,
To cat.
did you have one, Chris?
I mean, Catnapped is so good.
It like obviously it wins. Obviously,
I was thinking like like Love Letter Luna would be a good one because they love the alliteration even when it doesn't really make sense.
oh,
That one's sweet.
Yeah, but it would be Catnapped.
it does make me want them to have done a scene where Luna writes a love letter and there's like a little paw print on the back,
Oh, instead of a heart sticker.
and he's like, "Who? Where did this letter come from? Who wrote this?"
Is
And
this
then
the
it's like,
mysterious
"Hmm?"
jewel thief, the cat?
Anyway, all right. So sorry about that. We forgot.
Luna would have to type it because she can't hold a pencil.
Oh, of course.
Luna, no thumbs. Very tragic. So yes, now let's talk about what we've learned. And Stella, we did start with you on the episode title. So Jordan, we'll start with you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
on
Okay.
this one.
I learned that if you insult someone in front of their cat, that cat will fucking smack you. If the cat really loves their owner, anyway. How about you, Chris?
I learned that you should just throw things away that people give you in private.
You mean throw them away in private?
Yes.
Yes.
Look, I have given people copies of my books, and I know I'm basically saying, "Hey, throw this away for me."
Wow, that's so sad.
I mean, look,
But like they walk around the corner.
yeah,
right?
you got to walk around the corner.
Yeah.
Tom Brevoort, nice enough to walk around the corner.
Oh God, this story just got sad.
I mean, actually, he did mention on Twitter that he read the book and liked it. Like, I do feel bad for like I do not want to mischaracterize it. We gave Tom Brevoort a copy of our book at Emerald City 2014, and he later mentioned that he had like read it on the plane and enjoyed it. And then 6 months later, I got you asked me to write a comic for Marvel, so it worked.
There you go.
Stella, what did you learn from this episode? What crucial life lesson?
That if you want a cat to like you, you have to buy it a tiny hat.
That's a good lesson, actually.
It's true. Cats love when people force clothes onto them.
For sure.
And make sure you get a bath.
Oh,
in
yeah.
there.
You got to give
Or
it a
two.
fresh suds, and a new hat.
Nice.
All right, so that was the episode. I really liked it. It's very, very like first season filler episode Monster of the Week stuff.
But a good one.
Yeah, but in
Yeah,
a positive way.
It's really fun. Luna,
Yeah.
again, Luna gets good spotlight episodes most of the time.
For a second, I really thought you were going to say Luna gets it. Because you were like, again, Luna gets it.
Again, Luna can get it. The only Luna spotlight that I think I haven't enjoyed is the one where it's people. I don't like it. But that wasn't even an episode. That was
a whole movie.
That's not canon.
It was unfortunately canon.
But she has a cool dress.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the episode?
Great.
I liked it a lot. I feel bad for that cat that got punched in the face and then stepped on.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we definitely need like a little Animal House. Like what happened to this cat at the end?
This is a really fun episode, and again, crucially, it's a good episode, even though everybody in it is a dick face.
Yeah, no, everyone's a jerk in this episode. No one is good, but it is.
Except Usagi, I guess, right?
Even Usagi has it's better to be in love with boys.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
If you are going to watch it, definitely, I would say get the dub that is on the Blu-rays. The Blu-rays are great, and I cannot stress enough that I really love the new cast. Even though they're not really the new cast anymore, they've been at this for 5 years. So the current cast, I guess, of Sailor Moon is very, very good.
Agreed.
Get those Blu-rays if you haven't, because they're really fun.
But don't buy the Pegasus ones, because that was my mistake.
No, absolutely skip over those. They are
those are the only ones I own, and I was like, man, I really wasted.
The only ones I own as well. It's crazy.
I mean, I own them, but I also own the rest of the series. So
anyway,
Sorry.
Good times. Well, thank you so much for being on the show with us. It's been a delight.
Thank you so much for having me, and for 2 pretty good episodes. I liked both these episodes.
Absolutely, these were both good ones.
I think these were very fun.
Romanticism and cats, my 2 favorite things.
Romanticism. Oh God.
And you even got one of the few sexy lady monsters that actually kind of sorta does striptease.
Yeah, burlesque appropriate.
Yeah, without the T, she just does a strip.
Yeah, she's
a tear. I think is what that is.
A quick tear.
But yeah, Stella, would you like to let everyone know where they can find you online?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Stella_Cheeks, and